Hello, hello. All right. Hopefully this works out better than it did for me last week. I still have no clue if last week's class went live or not. So if it didn't, I would love if you guys could leave me a comment so I know. I think the most awkward thing about, oh God, big yawn. I've not slept well the last few nights. Anyway, as I was going to say before my yawn interrupted, I think about doing these live classes is, the beginning, right? Have a one-way conversation. Always like, yeah, what do I do with myself while I'm here? Should I do a little dance? I can't sing for you guys. Yeah, I can tell you about my dog's haircut. We got a puppy this year, and if you've been taking my classes, I'm sure you've heard her in the background. But she had so much hair, and she was so hot, and it wasn't even hot yet. We shaved her on Wednesday, so it was before it got really hot yesterday, and I was just like, I'd called so many groomers, and just no one had availability. People were either so close, obviously, or they were so backlogged that it was at least a 3-week wait out. So we decided to shave her ourselves. And I will tell you this, I don't have any promising career or future career in dog grooming. She's very cute, but she looks ridiculous. And she's embarrassed since we shaved her, she's been mostly hiding in her crate or in my closet upstairs. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Is there any scientific proof that dogs feel shame or embarrassment? I looked it up. It says no, but this is otherwise. Are you chewing on my plants over here? What are you doing? Waiting. All right, 8:59. We'll wait to the official time and then see what happens. All right. Let's get started. It's officially 10 a.m. Or 9 a.m. Oh my God. Where's my brain today? 9 a.m. It is 9 a.m. Let's get started. So if you guys haven't taken me before, hi, welcome. I moved from doing a Saturday live class to this Friday morning 9 a.m. vinyasa. Last week was my first week doing that time slot. I don't know if I ever went live. On my end, it shows that it did. However, I had a comment that said at 10:15 that was is this class, or 9:15 that was is this class happening? And I was like, okay, that's odd. And then when I looked back, it said that I had viewers, but if you look on the YouTube station, it says that I'm still going live right now from that one. So I don't know. I apologize if you tried to get on and it wasn't working. In the future, if that happens, please leave me a comment and let me know. That way, at the very least, I can re-record the class and post it up for you. Also, I know how disappointing it is when you get yourself motivated for a workout or to get on your mat and you get on and it's not working, or I'm not there or something's happened, well, just so you know, I save all of these recordings on the YouTube channel. So if you log in and God forbid I'm having some type of troubles and it's not streaming, never fear. You can still do a class because there's plenty of the past classes posted up on there. Just wanted to throw that out there. Of course, it's never my intention to not just be there for you guys. That being said, I'm gonna just really get us right into moving. We're gonna stand and center that way and move. And then I'm actually gonna cut the movement part of this class a little bit shorter today because I want it to have a longer meditation at the end. I just feel that in the current state of how things are, it would be really nice to take the end of class a little bit of extra time to do a meditation around compassion. I don't want to get into what's going on. We all know what's going on. It's very hard. And I don't even have, I'm trying to take the time to even figure out the conflicts within myself, my feelings around everything. And so I don't even feel ready to speak about it. But what I do know I'm ready to do, I should always be doing and encourage all of us to do on a regular basis, whether craziness is going on or not, is to practice acts of compassion. And this meditation that I'm going to be doing at the end of class for us is for that. So without wasting any more time, let's get moving. I want us to have that time at the end of class. So come to stand at the top of your mat. Timer going. And it is a full moon, guys. It is a lunar eclipse. It is some powerful energy out there. So in honor of that, we're going to be doing moon salutations today in our flow. Come to the center of your mat, close your eyes, take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. I go left hand heart, right hand belly. Root down through your feet. Inhale deeply and just connect with your breath. At first, just noticing the natural rhythm of the breath. Feeling the sensation, the temperature, all of it as it comes in on the inhale. Feeling the body. And as you exhale, just marinating in that same receptivity of the sensation of the exhale. You're not trying to control the pace, just noticing your own natural rhythm. And this practicing your first act of compassion here for yourself today. Honoring yourself, loving yourself in this moment, and forgiving yourself in this moment. Let that feeling fill up your heart as you exhale and release all negativity towards yourself, all feelings of guilt, and breathe in compassion and love into your heart. One more time, releasing negativity, guilt, shame, and inhaling compassion and love. Good. Slowly, we'll open the eyes with a gentle gaze, release the hands, and we start at the center of our mat. Doing our moon salutations, we'll do 3 rounds, going through the full sets on both sides, and then we're going to build on top of that salutation, slowing certain poses down and adding some more dynamic movements. So as you're ready, we'll inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, you're going to drop your right hand down. Reach across with the left hand, getting a side stretch here. As you do this, draw your outer left hip in towards the midline. so that you're not jutting out the hip. Feel yourself get rooted through the left foot, get lighter through the right. So the weight is equal in both feet. We don't want to press the weight down into the right foot. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we'll go to the opposite side, dropping the left arm down, and inhale, reaching across with the right hand. Draw that outer right hip into midline. You're pressing through the feet equally, so notice if you start to get heavier through that left foot and adjust. And then inhale, come back to center. I apologize for the barking dog. Exhale. Hands come down. Inhale, exhale, out, jump. And then we're going to turn the heels in. Squat down, dropping the seat, taking the knees out, tucking the tailbone under for goddess pose. Her dad's trying to reel her in, and she knows, so she's running away from him. So we're in our goddess squat. Press powerfully through the outer edges of the feet. Good. Inhale, press through the feet, come up. Turn the toes out. Turn the left heel in. Take the hands up. We're going to come into triangle pose. It's early in the sequence, so don't expect that you can get your hand necessarily to the outer edge of your right foot. You can stay up, fingertips floating through the outer edge of the left foot. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you'll windmill that right hand around. You'll put a slight bend in the right knee. Step the left foot forward. We're coming into pyramid pose. We want the right leg straight if possible. Spine is straight and lifted to start. If you cannot get your fingertips to the floor with the right leg straight, you can either use blocks or you put a slight bend in this right knee. With the bend, you keep the engagement in the quadricep. Pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. We'll inhale, lengthen. Bend the right knee, everybody, taking the knee over the ankle. We'll step that left foot back, coming into a low lunge. Left knee lifting. Inhale, exhale, bring that left knee down. Then right knee over right ankle. Inhale, arms come up overhead, and Anjaneyasana. Big breath. Exhale. Take the hands to either side of the right foot. That right foot will come in towards the center line of the body. We're going to lift that left knee, spin the heel down. Coming to walk the hands around. Picking up the right toes passively, or the foot can stay flat. We're lifting through the center into more of a surfer's lunge. We're going to shift the hips over to the left and then back to the right. Left toes come up. We're in our full surfer's lunge now. Good. Inhale, we'll press through that right foot. Drop that left foot in. Heel toe, the heels back towards center. Turn the toes out. Squat down. Back to goddess. Good. Inhale, press through the feet, get long. Take the hands overhead. Inhale, exhale, feet together. Inhale, arms come up overhead. We're going to lift up onto our tippy toes. Squeeze the legs towards one another. Squeeze the legs towards one another. Bend the knees, staying up on the tippy toes, slowly lowering the hips all the way down to the heels. Good. Inhale, press through the feet. Squeeze the knees together as you come all the way up. Exhale, lowering the hands, lowering the heels. Inhaling, hands to the heart. Exhale, we hop back out. Good. Inhale, exhale, turn the heels in. Squat down, goddess pose, hands through to the heart. Widen the knees. Good inhale, press through the feet. Squeeze the quads, legs come long. We turn the left toes out all the way so that the foot is parallel to the mat. The right heel spins out. Inhale, arms come up. Triangle pose. Exhale, left hand to the outer edge of the left foot, or it's floating. Remember, this is early. We're not trying to push it. Good. Inhale, big breath. Good. As we exhale, we're going to windmill that left hand down. The left knee is going to bend a little bit, and you'll step and slide the right foot up, narrowing your stance. Right toes on an angle. Left foot pointing forward, up onto fingertips. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold in pyramid pose. Good. Inhale, bend that left knee, inch that right foot back until you find your low lunge on the right side. Extend out through the left heel. Extend out through the left heel, put the left knee down. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana. Big inhale. Exhale, take the hands down. Heel toe that left foot more towards your midline. We're going to pick up that right knee, walk the hands around. We'll shift the right toes down. Pick the hands up. Inhale, press through the feet, shift over to the right side. Back over, bending to the left knee, picking up the right toes. Surfer lunge. Again, hands can stay on the floor for stability. One more breath. Inhale, press through that left foot, rise up. Spin the left toes in, heel toe. Both feet in, spin the toes out. Drop the seat. Goddess. Good. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Release the hands out. Inhale, exhale, hop the feet together. Inhale, take the hands overhead as you rise up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, squeeze the knees towards one another. Keep the heels lifting. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower down. And then inhale, press back up, squeezing the legs. We're lifting back up with control. Inhale, exhale, lower the arms, lower the feet. Bring the hands back to the heart. Inhale as you exhale, hop out. So that was one full set. We got 2 more of those, and here we go. Turn the heels in, squat down, goddess, hands come to the heart. Knees lift back. We'll do a little twist here. Inhale, exhale, left elbow over to right knee. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right elbow over to left knee. Inhale, come back to center. Press through the heels, rise up. Take the arms out. Spin the right toes till the foot comes parallel. Take the left heel, swing it out. Inhale, exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, exhale, bend that right knee. Sorry, guys. Walk the left foot forward. And then come into your pyramid pose. Fingertips framing the front foot. Bring that gentle bend to the left knee if you can't get your fingertips to the ground. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold in. Good. Inhale, lengthen, bend the right knee. Inch that left foot back. Find your high lunge. Good. Bring the left knee down. Inhale, hands come up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come back down. You lift the left knee, spin the left heel down, pick up the toes, walk the hands around, squat down to the right. Maybe you catch your balance, bringing the hands to the heart, surfer's lunge. And on your next inhale, press through that right foot, heel toe, the feet more narrow, spin, the feet out, drop the seat down. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Take the hands wide, inhale, exhale, hop the feet together. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes, taking the arms overhead. Exhale, squeeze the knees towards one another. Drop the hips down. Good. Inhale, press through the feet, rise back up. Exhale, widen the arms. Take the hands to the heart. Take a breath. Connect here before we go to our second side. Sorry for the small interruption. My puppy is wreaking havoc here today and pulling apart my meditation cushion, and I don't want her to ingest something that's bad. Oh, all the interruptions of home teaching. I'm very sorry. Inhale. We're going to jump out. Exhale. Spin the toes out. Drop the seat. Goddess pose. Hands come into the heart. Good. Press through the feet. Rise up. Spin the left toes out so that the foot is parallel with your mat. Spin the right heel out so the right foot's on an angle. Arms come long. Inhale. Exhale, come right over, triangle pose. Inhale, exhale, windmill that right arm down. Step the right foot in, narrow pose pyramid. Left and right, the right foot is more on a 45-degree angle. Left foot still parallel with the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold in. Inhale, lengthen, bend that left knee. Take the knee over the ankle, right foot comes back. High lunge, right knee comes down. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana. Good. Exhale. Take both hands to frame your left foot, heel toe more towards the center. Start to walk the hands back towards the front of the mat. Spin the right foot down. Pick up the toes. Lean over into your left hip. The knee can come past the ankle here. Maybe the hands come up. Full surfer's lunge. Press through the left foot on an inhale. Come up, straightening the legs. Heel toe the feet back to center. Exhale, drop the hips down. Toes are turned out, goddess. Inhale, press through the feet, come up. Release the hands out, inhale. Exhale, hop the feet together. Inhale, hands come overhead, rise up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees, drop down. Lowering your seat as low as you can go. Full round of breath at the bottom and on an inhale. You press through your feet, rise all the way up. Exhale slowly with control, lowering the heels and arms, bringing the hands back through to heart center. Last round before we start adding things in. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale, hop out. Spin the heels in, drop the seat down. Exhale, hands come into the heart goddess pose. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up, straight legs. Spin that left heel out. Make sure that right foot turns so that it's the inner and outer edge are parallel the edges of the mat. Take the hands out. Exhale, come over, triangle pose. Inhale, big breath, reach out through the right hand. Exhale, windmill that right hand around. Pyramid pose. Step that left foot in, narrowing your stance. Left foot on a 45-degree angle. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Keep the spine straight. As you exhale, bend the elbows, the fingertips around the floor, folding in. Try and keep that right leg straight, engaging the muscle right above the right kneecap. Inhale, lengthen. Bend that right knee, bringing it over the ankle. Step the left foot back. Low lunge, lower the left knee. Inhale, hands rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come back to frame the right foot. You heel toe it towards the center. You pick up the left knee. Spin the left foot down. Toes come up as the hands walk around into the center. Squatting, shifting the weight into that right foot. Picking up the hands if it's available. Surfer's lunge. Press through that right foot. Lift up. Heel, toe, the feet more narrow, spinning the toes out, dropping the hips down, goddess. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Exhale, take the hands out. Inhale, exhale, hop back to center. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes as the arms float up overhead, squeezing everything to the midline. Exhale, bend the knees, sinking your seat towards your heels, lowering all the way down. Good. Inhale, rising all the way back up. Heels are still lifting. Exhale when you reach the top, lowering the heels with control as the arms slope back down and through to the heart. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, hop out. Spin the toes out, heels in. Exhale, take the seat down, hands come into the heart, goddess. Inhale, press through the feet, squeeze the quads, rise up. Spin that right heel out. Make sure the edges of your left foot are parallel to the side edges of your mat. Take the hands out wide, press back through the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale, exhale, triangle pose. Good. Inhale, exhale, windmill that left hand around. Step, or that right hand around, step that right foot in. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head, draw the belly button back. Get long, and exhale, fold all the way in pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen. Bend that left knee, stacking it over the left ankle. Scooch that right heel back. Get long. Low lunge. Inhale, exhale, lower that right knee. Inhale, pick up the hands, Anjaneyasana. Good. Exhale, take the hands back to frame the left foot. Bring that left foot more towards center. Start to spin off the right toes as you walk the hands towards the center of your mat, picking up the right toes. Maybe you inhale, hands come to rise. So you squat deeper in towards your left side. And inhale, press through that left foot, rise up. Heel, toe the feet more narrow. Spin the heels in, drop the seat down. Exhale. Inhale, press through the feet. Release the hands. Inhale, exhale, hop the feet together. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Lift up all the way onto your tippy toes. Squeeze everything in and exhale. Start to lower down the hips. Keeping the heels high, squeezing to your midline. How low can you go? Inhale, full round of breath here. On your next inhalation, press through the feet. Keep the heels lifting high. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come all the way up. And with control, you exhale and slowly lower the arms and heels. Take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Say thank you to yourself. Another act of compassion here in this moment before we start to build upon this moon salutation. Slowly reopen the eyes with a soft gaze. Release the hands. And we're going to inhale, hands to the heart. We're going to exhale, hop out. And we'll heel toe the feet together, spin the heels, and drop into goddess again. Exhale, hands to the heart, widen the knees. Really take a moment, savor the pose, get the tailbone tucked under. Good, then inhale, press through the feet, we rise up. Still turning to this right side, we're gonna spin the right toes out, spin that left heel out so we get our triangle set up. Arms come out here for a second, just to break down triangle for a moment. I want you to, instead of like reaching forward with that right hand, press out through the outer left foot. Get this hip back, tuck the right tail under, inhale, big breath. Keep this space here, tip right over, taking the right fingertips to the ground, either in front or in back of that right foot, or using a block if need be, or maybe we're floating. Good, big inhale. As you exhale, we windmill that left hand around. We step the left foot back in for pyramid. Pull the outer right hip back. We're staying here a little bit longer, breaking down the pose a bit, pulling that outer right hip back. Squeeze the muscle right above the right kneecap. Again, if you need that slight bend because you don't have any support for your hands available to get the legs straight or hamstrings not open, even with the bent knee, you're engaging the muscle right above that right kneecap, the quadricep. We get long through the spine. We want to keep that length as we fold in. So instead of rounding to fold in, kind of drawing the forehead towards the leg, I want you to think you're lengthening the forehead towards your toes, towards your mat, right in front of the toes. Keeping the spine long. With inhale, come up. You're going to bend that right knee, stacking it over the ankle. You're going to inch that left foot back. We're on the ball of the foot. Low lunge up on fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, we bring the knee down. Inhale, hands come up, Anjaneyasana. We're going to take this into a side stretch here. So in your Anjaneya, again, first make sure as we hold this, you're not on top of that left kneecap. You want to be right in that place where the kneecap and the thigh meet. We draw the belly in, so we're resisting, just like kind of throwing our chest forward and dipping into the back. We energetically pull the feet towards one another. We take the rib cage back. We get strong and supportive there. And then as we exhale, from our hips, we extend out through our right knee and our left knee. And that brings the hips down while not losing the integrity of the alignment in the upper body that we just created. The big breath. Take the right hand down. Maybe it touches the floor, maybe not, but you're reaching on out through the right fingertips. If your hand's on the floor, you can walk the hand out wider. You're reaching with your left hand towards the right side of the room, getting a nice stretch through this left hip flexor, through the psoas muscle. And then we inhale, we come back up. Exhale, hands will come down to frame that right foot. We're going to take the right shin back so that that knee is no longer aligned over the ankle and the shin's more on a angle like this. We're going to keep that there. This is a long, low lunge. We're going to back the left knee back. And when you get to the whatever point it is that's appropriate for you, you're going to untuck the left toes. Maybe the hands stay on the ground. Maybe they need to be up on blocks, the hands. But I want you to think less about this front leg and more about the back leg. I'm really trying to get into that hip flexor. So energetically, like drag and push your your left kneecap back. The more you energetically do that, the more you're going to feel this hip flexor. And at the same time, make sure that right hip's not pulling forward, it's still pulling back. One more full breath here. Take the hands back down if they're not. We're going to come into Hanuman from here, or half Hanumanasana from here. So the right toes lift up. You stay exactly where you are on that back knee. Inhale the hearts forward. Same thing here as in pyramid pose. We're not rounding, trying to get our head towards our leg. We're staying long and straight through the spine. So if that means the hands need to come up and you need to be here, good. To find the stability in that, you're energetically pulling the feet towards one another on your inhales. And as you exhale from your hips, you extend back out through that right heel, out through the left heel. And then as you keep that inhale strength, exhale soften back down. If the hands are on the floor, maybe you start to fold in, again, keeping the spine long. One more breath here. Inhale, come up from wherever you're at. Place that right foot flat. And we're going to leave the back leg as it is, and we're coming into pigeon pose. So that right foot will come across your mat. Maybe you're pulling the heel in so that the leg is on an angle. If you're a little more open, you're working towards getting the right shin parallel with the front of the mat. Everyone take a check-in with your left leg. It needs to be straight back from the hip. So often it's out wider over here, but I walk it in towards my midline and then see right away how I shift my hips. I bring my outer right hip back, left hip forward, pigeon pose. Inhale, deep breath. Good. Exhale. We're going to bring the hands forward. Press the floor away so you get your rib cage back, belly back. Keep that space and exhale, fold in. Coming all the way down if you can onto your forearms. Maybe you're staying up on fingertips. Again, we want open heart. And we're not rounding out through the upper back to get lower towards the floor. One more full rounded breath. On your inhale, you're going to place the hands in front of you. Press into the floor. Step the right foot back to meet the left. We're in plank pose. Squeeze your upper arms in towards your rib cage, sinking the shoulder blades towards one another. One more full breath here. We'll bring the knees down for first chaturanga. Belly button pulls back. It stays lifted. The hips are in line with the shoulders the whole time. As we exhale, bend the elbows in a direction that's not totally straight back, but definitely not winging out like that. So it's here. Slowly lowering down, keeping the head of the arm bone in line with the shoulders the whole way, and then making your way all the way to your belly. We're going to come into Bhujangasana Cobra pose. We're just going to sink up and flow with our breath in and out of it. So root the tops of your feet down into your mat, toning your bum, Squeezing the legs on all sides, drawing the navel back. Energetically pull the heels of your hands towards your feet. Inhale, come up, cobra. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come back up. Shoulders staying on the back. Heads the arm bones dropping away from the ears. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Maybe the movement gets larger with each pulsation. 2 more. On this last one, on the inhale, we're going to stay up. 1 full round of breath at the top. Keep the shoulders engaged on the back. Tuck the toes. Press through the knees. Straighten the arms. Up to table. Take the hips back. Downward facing dog. Good inhale, pick up the right leg. One-legged dog. Exhale, bring that right knee wide and around, finding your way back to your low lunge. You're going to heel toe that right foot towards your center line. You're going to spin off your left foot. We're coming back to that surfer's lunge. Left toes pick up, hands walk around to center. You have it in you to balance here. You pick up the hands. The seat drops down. Inhale, big breath. Press through that right foot. Come up, heel toe the feet towards the midline. Find your goddess as you spin the toes out. Exhale, drop the hips in, down. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Take the hands out. Big breath and exhale. Jump the feet together. Inhale, hands come up overhead as you rise onto your tippy toes. Hug everything to midline. And exhale, bend the knees, hug in, drop the seat. Go as low as you can go, as slow as you can go. When you reach your point, full round of breath. And on your inhale, you press through the feet, keeping the heels lifted, rising all the way up. Exhale, heels go down. Hands come into the heart, big inhale, and exhale, hop out. Second side, spin the left toes out, right heel should be out, outer right foot in line with the back of the mat parallel. Sides of the left foot parallel to the outer edges of your mat for triangle. Make sure you're long enough if you need to back up that right foot. Remember, we're keeping the hips back so that we're creating space on the left side. So I want you to think more extension through the outer right foot, and that takes that hip back. Keep that space. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, take the left hand down to the outer edge of the left foot or the front or the inside. It's up to you. Triangle. Good, gaze is up at the ceiling. One more big inhale. Exhale, windmill that left hand down. Start to bend the left knee a bit just so that you can take the right foot, bring it forward in your more narrow stance for pyramid. Right toes on a 45-degree angle. Re-straighten the left leg if you can. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale, get long through the spine. Heart pulls forward. Outer left hip pulls back. Keep the length. And if it's available, you'll start to fold in on your exhale. Lengthening the forehead towards your big toes, towards your mat, rather than rounding through the upper back. When you arrive, one full round of breath. Inhale, rise up onto fingertips. Bend that left knee. Scooch that right leg back. Find your low lunge on fingertips. Here, bring the right knee down. Walk the hands in and inhale, come up Anjaneyasana. Again, holding here. Energetically pull the feet towards one another. That lifts you up, that gives you support in your foundation. You draw the rib cage back, the belly in. You keep all of this back. The arms stay lifted. And then keeping that with your exhale, you send the energy out through that left knee, out through that right knee, pushing that right knee back energetically. And that action brings the hips down. Good. One more full breath here, and we'll come into the side bend, lowering the left hand out to the side. You'll either walk it along the floor, or you're just lengthening and reaching if your fingertips don't touch. Or right fingertips reach over. Big inhalation. Inhale, hands rise back up. Exhale, take the hands to frame the left foot. Coming in to our long lunge. We get an angle through that left shin, bringing the knee back more. Then you start to walk that right knee back as far as available to you. Untuck the toes. You're up on fingertips here. You're balancing. The hands can gently rest on that left leg. And then we're thinking a lot of focus. Remember, on first inhale in, draw the feet towards one another. And then as you exhale, really press that right knee back. And you can see as more I press back, this starts to open up and lower down. Good. One more full breath here. Keep your back leg where it is. Shift back with that left leg so that the toes lift up. You can keep the back toes, the right toes, tucked under or not. I prefer them tucked under for a little bit more stability through me. Belly moves back, up, outer left hip pulls back. Staying up here in your half Hanuman, or if you want to progress and you can keep the spine long, you'll bend the elbows out to the side, folding in. One more full breath here, and as you inhale, come up from where you are. Place that right foot flat again. Scooch that left foot flat again. Scooch the right knee in. Place the hands on either side of your left foot and step back into your plank. This time, option to not take the knees down and doing supported chaturanga. So if you can keep the alignment, again, that's shoulders in line with the hips and arm bones staying in line with the elbows the entire time, the knees will stay lifted. We'll progress to a lifted pose. If you can't do that, then you're going to keep the knees down. Inhale as you exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the heart forward and through, Bhujangasana. Cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, tuck the toes, press the knees into your mat, pull the belly back, and then again, when you're next in, press the floor away. Half chaturanga, reverse push-up. We're going to inhale, pick up the knees, press out through the heels. Draw the navel back. And as we exhale now, I want you to roll forward, pulling the heart forward. As you pull the heart forward, it's from the action of the movement of the lower body. So you're not trying to sink your hips down. It's pull the heart forward, and as the heart pulls forward, the hips will naturally lower. Reversing that, you're going to press the floor away, and then naturally the feet will lengthen. You'll have to press out through the heels, and you'll come back to your plank. Good. Inhale. Pull the heart forward by squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another. Get to your lowest point where you can. Again, just activating the upper body. You should not feel this in your low back. If you do, you've come too far. Good. Exhale. Press the floor away. Hips rise back to plank. Last one. Inhale. pull the shoulder blades together, broaden the chest and collarbones, pull the heart forward and through, and then exhale, press the floor away, lifting the hips, coming back up through plank. Good. Inhale, exhale, take the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up the left foot. Exhale, bring the left knee forward and through. Back to your low lunge, walking the left foot in towards the midline. We start to come into surfer's pose. So we walk the hands around, the right foot spins, we come up onto our right heel, shift the weight over to our left, and then we inhale, hands up, surfer's lunge. Good. Inhale, press through that left foot, rise up, heel, toe, feet to be more narrow, toes spin out, hips drop down, goddess pose. Good. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up, take the hands out. Inhale, exhale, hop in. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Good. Rise onto the tippy toes, hug in. Exhale, arms stay lifted, hips drop, knees keep squeezing in towards one another, lowering all the way down, keeping the heels high. Full breath at the bottom, and then on your inhale, press through the balls of the feet. Heels stay high, lift all the way up. Exhale. Good. Hands in to the heart. Take a breath. We have one more full sequence through on each side with some more dynamic things thrown in there for you. You've got this. And we'll finish off with a sweet meditation. When you're ready, release the hands. Inhale, exhale, hop out. We'll heel toe those feet in, spin the toes out, exhale, drop the seat, take the hands to your heart, goddess pose. Good. Inhale, press, come up. Instead of going into triangle, we're going to spin the right toes out. We're going to come into warrior two, left heel spins out, right knee drops down, right thigh drops down, right knee comes in line over the right ankle. Warrior two pose. In your warrior two here, we're just going to play with something a little bit different today. We're going to really get into the thigh. So on your next inhale, I want you to lift up the heel of that right foot. Good. Big breath. Holding here, reach out through your left fingertips. Notice how I tend to pitch forward. That's common. Reach out through the left fingertips, extend out through the outer left heel. Think left hip back more even. Can you wrap the right seat under? Big inhale as you exhale, lower that heel down. Inhale, press the right leg long, flush it out. Exhale, bend the right knee. Take the right forearm to the top of the right thigh. Bring the left arm in line with the ear. Gaze up to the forearm, to the upper inner arm. You can extend and move into this pose now if you like, bringing the hand to the outer edge of the right foot, or you stay forearm on thigh. Remember to keeping light in the weight of that forearm though, so you're not using it to dump all your weight into it. It's a gentle support. Good. Inhale. We're going to straighten the right leg and squeezing that muscle. Bringing the left arm up, reaching the fingertips straight up to the sky, and then opening up into our triangle pose. Right hand, outer edge of the right foot, right leg straight, back leg has not changed. Back left thigh roots back, right tailbone tucks under. You can find that by energetically spinning that right heel counterclockwise. Good. Inhale, big breath. As you exhale, you'll windmill that left hand down. We're finding our pyramid pose. Step the left foot in. Take the right hip back, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, big breath, exhale, fold in. And inhale, lengthen. We'll bend that right knee. Take the left foot back. Left knee comes down. Inhale, hands come up, Anjaneyasana. Good. As we exhale, we'll take both hands to frame the front foot. And shift the hips back into our low, long lunge. Press that right foot forward. Energetically pull that right hip back and then scooch that left foot back a little bit more. Coming into it a little bit more slowly. Drag the left knee back. And inhale, maybe pick the hands up. One more breath, exhale, hands come down. We're gonna come into either half Hanuman again. So back knee will stay where it is and the right foot will lift. Or you're gonna come into full Hanuman and perhaps take your left knee back a little bit more. Walking the hands back, holding here, one full breath. Good. And inhale, walk the hands forward. We plant that right foot. Take both hands to the inner edge of the foot. Step back, plank. Good. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the heart forward through and up. Exhale, tuck the toes. Take the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, pick up the right leg. Exhale, bring the right knee forward and wide. Find your low lunge. We'll come back into goddess, walking the hands forward, spinning the left toes up, shifting the weight over to the right side, maybe finding your balance in the center. Good. Inhale, press through the right foot. Heel toe the feet in. Toes go out, hips drop down. Good. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Take the hands out. Inhale, exhale, hop in. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, sink the hips down, going low. One full breath at the bottom. Inhale, press through the feet, come all the way up, heels lifting. Exhale, slowly with control, lower the heels down, hands back through the heart. Inhale fully. Exhale, jump out. Toes spin out. Drop the hips down. Exhale, goddess. I paused for a moment in our last flow because I realized I skipped pigeon on the other side. So we'll be adding pigeon in to the left side in this next sequence so that you guys would have had the opportunity to spend some time there on both sides. It happens. Sorry. Inhale, we press through the feet, rise up. We'll turn the right heel out more, trying to get the back outer edge of that right foot parallel with the back of your mat. Left foot, outer edges of the foot parallel with the mat. Triangle pose. Take that left or that right hip back. Pull this right hip back, creating space. Inhale, exhale, tip over, triangle. Inhale, we're coming right back up. I'm having a day. Exhale, bend your left knee. How could I forget about this warrior two in Parsvakonasana? Inhale, pick up that left heel. Good, press through the outer edge of the right foot. Big breath here, holding our warrior two. It's the same but different. It's a thought for the times, the same but different. Press more out through the outer edge of that right foot. Reach out through the right hands. Yeah, you know, we all have our days. It's been a rough week, I promise. I will do better in all areas of my life, including my lapsed mind sometimes. Good, exhale. I hope that helped get your mind off the burn in the leg. Lower the heel. We're going to come into Parsva Konasana. Inhale. Exhale, take it over. Left forearm onto the thigh. Right forearm overhead. Thighs up in line with the ear. Gaze underneath, palm facing flat towards the floor. You want to go deeper now for the next few full rounds of breath. Take the hand down to the outer edge of that left foot. Keep pressing and extending out through the outer edge of the right foot so the weight's not just solely sinking into the left heel. Good. Inhale. Good. We'll start to straighten that left leg, bringing the right arm up, fingertips extending towards the sky, finding now the triangle pose that we jumped to before. Belly draws back. You're pulling the outer left hip back, extending through the feet on your exhale, and on your inhales, drawing the energy of the feet up into the hips, and then back out again. Good. Exhale, windmill that left hand down. Step the right foot in, pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, pull that outer hip back. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side, pull in. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Walk that right foot back. Bend the left knee, take the right knee down. Inhale, come up, Anjaneyasana. Good, big breath. Exhale, take the hands down. We're going to come right into pigeon now. This is about the moment on the other side that I was like, oh my God, I forgot pigeon on the left side. So that left shin's going to come across. You're either going to go for more parallel, or if you have tighter hips, you're bringing that foot in. And check the back leg, right leg. It walks straight out from the hip. Pull the outer left hip back. Hug in. Pull everything in. Get the room between the left belly and the left thigh. Keep that as you start to fold forward without collapse. So we can bow in reverence without collapsing. They're two different things. Bowing in reverence is being able to be humble while still maintain your own dignity and integrity. While I feel like this posture of just crumbling in, you lose your own sense of power. So there is the opportunity for both to exist. You can bow in humbly, you can be sweet towards others while maintaining your own sense of self. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, we'll come up. We'll walk that foot wide back to our lunge. We're going to come in, shift back, coming into our long lunge, making our way into your choice, either half Hanumanasana or Hanuman. The hips will shift back, the left toes come up, finding half Hanuman, or the right knee is going to progress further, walking back. Hands walk back, maybe finding the full pose. And inhale. As you exhale, we'll make our way out of that inching that right knee forward, placing the left foot down. Hands frame the left foot. We step back to plank. Inhale, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, pull the heart forward through and up. Exhale, tuck the toes, draw the navel back, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, that left leg lifts up, hip pulls forward and through. Find your lunge, bringing the left foot to the midline, spinning the right toes down, walking the hands around. Finding surfer's lunge one last time. Hands pick up, hips drop. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up, heel, toe the feet more narrow, spin the toes out. Exhale, drop the seat down. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up, release the hands. Inhale, exhale, drop. And jump the feet together, hands to the heart. Inhale, rise up, hands overhead, rising onto balls of your feet, heels of the feet high. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the legs together, drop. Going all the way to the bottom, one full breath. And this time, as we exhale, we're gonna drop our seat in and we're gonna just sit ourselves down in whatever comfortable position you need to be in for this meditation practice. So I invite you to stay seated for this. We will get onto our back for Shavasana eventually at the end of this, or you can lie straight back now if that's going to be more comfortable for you in the next several minutes of this meditation. It is a little bit longer. I think it's around 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. So just give you another moment to collect yourself and find that comfortable seat. And as you arrive and get yourself there, close the eyes now. And just take a few deep breaths here. Deep inhale in, deep exhale out. The same way you've hopefully been connected to your breath the whole class. Bring an evenness back if you feel winded. Whatever it is you need, just connect in. Let yourself experience and be aware of your sensations of yourself. And as we're here, I want you to picture someone in your life who is a loved one, someone who is very close to you. And as you picture them now in your mind's eye, I want you to notice the feelings that come up in your body. Notice specifically the feeling in your heart. Do you feel warmth? Do you feel tenderness? What is there? I want you to continue breathing, focusing on these feelings as you visualize this person. And as you visualize this person, I want you to extend back out to them a golden light that holds your warm feelings from the center of your heart, and it extends from your heart like a little thread linking you to that person. As you inhale and you extend that love back out, you're giving to them peace and happiness. And at the same time, as you're visualizing them right now, You're going to recite these things in your mind towards them. May you have happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you experience joy and ease. May you have happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you experience joy and ease. As you silently repeat these phrases, remember to keep extending that same golden light. Now I want you to picture someone who you have more neutral feelings towards. Not someone you like or dislike. It could be a passerby on the street, someone you know, a neighbor you don't know well, etc. And as you think of this person, think about how this person may or may have suffered in their life. We've all experienced suffering. So try and think of something that you could imagine, an illness, a loss of a loved one, etc., that this person may have experienced. And then notice your heart center and notice if it feels different. Do you feel more openness, more warmth, more tenderness to this person now? Whereas in a neutral state, you don't usually have those feelings. But if you can put a person in front of you right now and imagine their suffering, how does that make your heart feel? Continue to visualize this person as you breathe and imagine that you are now extending that same golden light back out to this person who is almost a stranger to you. And this golden light is easing his or her suffering with the love and compassion from your heart. As you breathe, you're extending this light to them. And with your exhalation, with strong heartfelt wish that he or she be free from suffering. See if you can make this wish as strong as it was for you, for their suffering to be relieved as it was for the love that you had for your loved one. And silently recite, may you be free from suffering. May you have joy and happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you have joy and happiness. Now I want you to visualize someone whom you have difficulty with in your life. In making it very relevant now, someone who you have in your life or who you're not agreeing with on the current situation, perhaps, or you just don't understand their side of things. And it's eliciting like bad feelings towards them. So we're visualizing this person. And although you may have negative feelings when they come into your mind, I want you to think of how this person has suffered in his or her own life. This person also has conflicts with loved ones and may have experienced death, illness, whatever. So bring that into your mind. And notice how your heart feels now. Do you feel more warmth, more tenderness, and more openness? How does your heart feel different from when you were envisioning your loved one? Continue to visualize this person as you breathe. Imagine that you're extending the golden light from your heart to theirs. Extend this light out to them during your exhalation with strong, heartfelt wishes that he or she be free from suffering. See if you can make this wish as strong as it was for your loved one. And silently recite to yourself, may you be free from suffering. May you have joy and happiness. May you be free from suffering. May you have joy and happiness. If you have difficulty in wishing this for a person suffering to be relieved, you may think of a positive interaction that you have had with this person that can help you in wishing them joy and happiness. And again, silently recite to yourself, may you be free from suffering. May you have joy and happiness. And just again, before we close this up, just notice if you feel any change in your heart, your feelings towards that person. This is an energetic shift in yourself. Maybe perhaps a release of anger, even a little bit. And if you're sitting up and you want to come onto your back for a short Shavasana, go ahead, get on your back. Give you a moment to get comfortable there. And we'll just close this up. You are here on your mat at the end of class. Just imagining one last time that thread of light from your heart, this time expanding out and giving compassion and love and wishing that with sincerity to all that is around you. And slowly bring the awareness back to the present, bringing physical movements, wiggling the fingers, the toes. And either you're seated or laying down on your next inhale, I want you to extend the arms overhead, giving a long stretch up. And then as you exhale, if you're laying down, you'll draw your knees into your chest. Giving yourself a hug, or if you're seated, you'll just lower the hands back in and bring the hands to the heart. For those of you coming out of Shavasana, roll to your right hand side and pause for a full breath before you gently press yourself back up. I wish you all to be free from suffering. I wish you all love and happiness. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me. If you like that meditation, let me know. I can post a link to a longer version of it. There is a much longer version of it, but it's a great one for these times and what we're experiencing. Sorry, it was a little chaotic today. Dog distractions, multiple, and then it just kind of threw me off. So I will be trying to figure out a better, less distractive area to be teaching the rest of these classes going forward. I think I have something lined up. So thank you for your patience. Have a great weekend. Bye. I can't.